Who is Esau? If you examine Genesis 25, starting at verse 21, as it concerns the conception and birth of the twins Jacob and Esau, you'll see a description given by Scripture. According to the Scripture, Esau came out red and hairy all over, and then it states that Jacob came out and he was a plain man. Do you have a Strong's Concordance? Why don't you look up the word plain? Because the word plain means upright. If you do not know this, then you have not been doing research. There have been an intentional attempt, or not just an attempt, but they have succeeded in demonizing and making Jacob to be the bad guy or deceiver. As I stated so many times before, Jacob means supplanter, not deceiver. There's nowhere in Scripture that says he's a deceiver. And as I stated before on other videos, it was Rebekah's idea. Jacob had refused. He was reluctant to rebel against his dad, but it was a cardinal sin to disobey your parents. So he had to follow through with what Rebekah instructed him to do as it concerned disguising himself as Esau. My point is this: it was of God. He blessed Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And it's a concern those patriarchs. Notice you never hear Esau, but yet he was the twin brother of Jacob. In Genesis 36, the genealogy of Esau seemed to be separate from that and those of the others. And he seemed to have disappeared out of Scripture. When was his death? We have the death of the other patriarchs. Well, you need to read the book of Jasher, because Esau was actually the deceiver. He is the father of the Edomites according to Genesis 36. It's stated 3 times. That means that the Lord wants you to pay attention to who he is. When you are the father of a certain nation, that means you are the progenitor. You are the one who kicked this nation off. Those 2 nations that wrestled in Rebekah's womb, nations is another word for nationalities. Those 2 weren't anything alike. Esau is Edom, and Genesis 36 shows you where the Caucasian race came from. Actually, let me be more specific, the nation of Edom, because the Ashkenaz Jews, not Hebrews, descended from the lineage of Japheth, one of the 3 sons of Noah. Those are the ones that you generally see in Israel right now, claiming to be the original Hebrews, who have black hair. Edomites usually have red hair, but not in all cases. But my point is this, is that this replacement theology is what it's called. Replacement theology, by definition, is the teaching in theology that the church has replaced Israel and God is pretty much done with Israel. But the Scripture doesn't say that at all. If you look at the Scriptures, time and again, Paul, Jesus, and all throughout even the New Testament, not just the Old Testament, it shows us that God has not forgotten his people. So rather than try to impress it upon your mind that you are an Israelite as opposed to being a Christian, I want to show you who Esau is. Maybe if I show you who the adversary is and who the seed of the adversary is, you'll understand who you are by use of the process of elimination. So check it.
Walk with me. Don't miss this. Because 98% of everybody out there believes that their roots starts in Africa. So they call themselves Black African Americans. And really what they should be talking themselves is they are what? The Hebrew.
I am not sorry to tell you that Abraham, the father of the faith, was not a Christian. He was a Hebrew. I am in no way apologetic to tell you that his son Isaac also was a Hebrew. And I am no way going to tiptoe around the fact that Jacob, was a Hebrew whose name was changed to Israel as one that struggles with Yah and overcomes, who gave birth through polygamous marriage to the
3,
Wake
2,
up.
1.
Wake up! Wake up!
He said through him, because he is the Son of God. Son of God. He blasphemes! Are you sure those were the Nazarene's exact words, Abaddon? I swear on my own life.
You see, rabbis, this is what was meant by the vision had by Isaiah the Talmud.
You are most insightful, young Joshua. Yes. Tell us, Joshua, how is it that a boy of 12 could have so much knowledge?
My knowledge of the scriptures is granted by my Father.
It could be said that all knowledge is granted by God. How is it that your knowledge rivals the wisdom of rabbis who have devoted their entire lifetimes to study?
Because I am the Son of God.
And the child grew and waxed strong in spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of Yahuwah, God was upon him.
Nothing can prepare a mother for something like this, Joseph. 33 years ago, you told me that you felt something happening inside of you. And I truly believe that God did touch you that night. Somehow, something divine happened, and you were chosen among all the women in Judea to carry the chosen one. Do you think they're doing this because he's black? No. They're doing this because he's the Messiah.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you never be lonely. Peter Pan, that's what they call me.
Mantuya Yisrael. Since they don't know who we are, y'all need to tell them.
Deacon. Sakari.
We are the children of the one Yahweh.
The chosen.
Ye are the chosen of the one Yahweh. And he has given his laws to us. Now everything belongs to us. We above all nations, all nations.
What?
Above all nations,
That's
all
right.
nations.
Yeah.
We are the chosen of the one Yahweh. Above all nations.
We above, we ain't equal, tell the judge. This is legal, only love to my people. They my cuz, they my amigos. Don't shed blood, don't do evil, don't do drugs, don't do needles. Who I was, this the sequel. I don't mug, keep it peaceful. All the nations, they below, they be hating on the low. Still waiting on my flow. I be making lots of dough. I hit Satan with a blow. All you masons gotta go. We debating on my show. I ain't faking, I'm a pro. Look, we was in the wilderness, heavenly bread. Broke the commandments, now we the tail instead of the head. Till Christ come back and start resurrecting the dead. Glorious garments dipped in blood, looking redder than red. Yeah. When you rain missiles like a thunder shower, they die by millions when you come Yahweh. When you reveal and give your son the power, we are the children of the one Yahweh.
We are the children of the one Yahweh.